All right, good afternoon, human rights defenders and access to justice advocate center, our legal department co-comrades, able chairman from the office of the human rights defender and access to justice advocate center, Ikeja Allen Avenue branch. I will bring before you the update of unlawful dismissal case reported by Mr. Akala OWOLABI against HAFFAR Industrial Limited, sorry. The HR was here. This case was attended to once on the 15th of February 2020. So, and the first hearing was had. The case was adjourned to today, where both parties will present before the House the proof of evidence from their statements and how we can have a final conclusion and a peaceful resolution of the case. Thank you. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center. And for more useful information, you can visit our website on www.hrvac.org.ng. Welcome back. I love Kakao in it and every one of you. Good morning once again. All right, Mr. Olabi, let's say, have you come with your documents?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Let's see what you will make use of that microphone.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is MRAKALA once again. Ma'am, on the 2015, when I started FC, I was referred to main hospital.
For what? Where is the document? Because I can see you pack a lot of documents
Yes,
on your
as a first of all, the sickness started on the 2015. They referred me to Boch, to Guinness Eye
What kind
Center.
of sickness?
No,
It's like you don't
ma-
understand the document I requested for last time. Which document did I request for last time?
okay, one of them is a statement of an account. That one is there too.
What and what?
And how am I being productive at my work?
Eh?
And how am I being productive at my work?
Yeah, so why did you jump that and started talking of your sickness?
Okay, ma'am. Sorry to that, ma'am. So first of all, this is my statement of account. I was paid January 2021.
Please, I need to WhatsApp. I think you on this thing before. Check it with
I was paid
I did-
January
You're supposed, I did
2021
not say on it. I said give me water from there, off it.
on the 28th 01 2021. HAFFAR paid me.
Okay, give me your statement. I don't understand what you are saying. Please,
Sorry.
all these documents, I don't have that time to come and see all bulk of documents you carry. You have to just pick the point, the main document that you present, not to pack the whole document from your house. The statement you have there, is it only from their own company? Because I don't know if you bring statements from even your family statements.
What I have here, when I first of all employed, that's where I am. This is me. Before I accidentally sick at the present company, HAFFAR Industrial Company. This is me here now.
Meaning what? Are you better there than now?
I didn't hear you, ma'am.
Are you better in that picture there than now that you are sitting?
Yes, ma'am.
Says who? Is it not me that is it not the picture I just said? Can you coordinate yourself and give reasonable statements so that we know what to do? Because I did not ask you for picture. One. I asked you for just three things. Where are the three things I asked you to present?
Concerning the work, this is the you asked me to
make use of this internet.
You said that I should my statement of an account.
This statement of account is when to when?
That's January 2021 to December 2021. That's last year. 12 months calendar.
Why January 2021 to November 2021? I asked you go and get. You're supposed to come with your payment slip. Now you don't have payment slip.
It's
they ask
here
you
with
to go
me.
and get statement of account of from there. That is the money they were paid to your account from the date you were employed till date. So if you did not get it, if you have your payment slip, that will make it easier for everybody. But your payment slip will just take orders. So do you have the payment slip?
I have some here now.
Why some? Which one did you have from which year to which year?
I have last year one with me.
Why only last year? Do you have problem with the past years?
Not now.
You present your statement just last year. You are not bringing your payment slip just last year. Did you just start work last year?
The reason is that now I went to bank to collect everything. The woman in charge said that the man in charge said that he cannot give me the whole 16 years. That's
No,
what he said.
What I said, you can go to your bank, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell them to give you a statement of a particular transaction between you and social person. They must not give you the whole of this statement.
Okay.
If I have a transaction with you, I say, please give me a statement of Mr. John. Every money that transferred to John, anything that is between me and John, from the beginning till date, give me the statement. It cannot be more than 3 or 5 pages. And they will provide you that even if it is from 1900. It's only the statement between you and the person. So from January to December, if it is 16 years, you are not going to have, if for instance for the 1 page is from January to December, right? Then at the end you will not have more than 16 pages of this. That is it for 16 years. Okay, you said you are being diligent in your work.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is the proof?
Okay, ma'am. As in 2016,
Yeah.
there's one thing in our management used to do. Once you are productive, when you are doing your work at the right time, there's what we call industrial training rather.
Yeah.
They used to, at least they will unpick everyone either by section or department. So at least I've been attended the training more than 3 occasions. This is one of my certificates. Is there with me now. This is one of my certificates.
Certificate of what?
Participant of the industrial training that shows that.
What is the criteria before you are sent for training?
One, first of all, they will assess your punctuality.
Before you are sent for industrial training, they must assess your punctuality.
Yes. Two, your productivity.
Okay.
Really, the way you talk to people to manage their daily production.
Okay.
That's the one or two, three of the criteria.
Okay.
And then that very year when I had the accident, when I resumed back, I remember really that very year, I go for they call it outpatient leave, because normally we only observe 7 days casual leave yearly in our company. That's the rule. 7 days casual leave. That's normally obtained yearly.
Okay.
So after then, I came back for my sickness. I still tried my best. I don't know that very year they still award me the best worker of the year.
Where is it?
This is it. Even up to two like that because of my former place where I'm living. We have a issue there. The rain just removed the roof. So
It says,
just now.
okay, award for the best worker of the year, HAFFAR Industrial Company Limited, incorporated in Nigeria, Susu Place at Agege Motor Road, Mushi. In recognition and appreciation of your high productivity, punctuality, loyalty, and dedicated service to HAFFAR Industrial Company Limited. This certificate of Best Workers of the Year for 2028 is awarded to Mr. Akala OWOLABI, GPA Production Department. Date issued 5th December 2028, 2018.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, madam, is this from your company? Go ahead.
Uh, then, like I said earlier, that I'm been with them for more than 16 years now. So there's one thing they normally do in in our management. When I found out that, when I see that this guy maybe is sick or whatever, I have an issue, the next thing they say, okay, let's put hands together, let's attack he or she. Because normally, if there's any termination or dismiss, normally they will write official letter to our secretariat. They also copy our branch union. So according to our union, they said that they have not received any such of letter. That's the reason why our branch union said that OWOLABI Akala, you should not sign any letter come from management. That is the reason why I said that he has been calling me. I did not answer. That's normal. That is the word from our branch union that if he sign, he will not able to even do anymore. That's what normally do because I've won the union before. When you sign the letter, that one shows that you already accept that the allegations they lay against you is totally accepted. So that's why I didn't receive any. I asked you know, they didn't receive any official letter there. They want to start so person. There's nothing of
Okay,
such
there
up
is a
to now.
particular department that they have to send,
We
that
have,
they
we have
have to send a letter to
yes,
before
yes,
they
yes,
release any
yes.
document.
They will have a round table, both union and management. So they
Yeah.
will decide what to do. You see, okay, if you want to be sacked or to terminate, okay, what and what? There's a procedure, that is governing everybody. I have a procedure here. He said that according to management, they say that I have my duty. The law says that if someone absent from work for 3 days without as in
The
without
law or the
genuine reason,
company policy.
yes, covering employers and employers and employers and employee. That's the paper that's the rule that guide the both of us. So we don't do exit from that book. So there's a law say that if someone absent he or she from work for good 3 days with maybe at the end of the day the person bring the reason, maybe the bandage is not satisfied with the reason, they might go ahead and terminate he or she appointment. So in my own case, there's nothing of such. I felt sick. I called my HOD, Mr. Dele Oguarida. My woman called him. See, Oga, my husband is not feeling fine. He said, okay, where is he? He said, he's there with me. Let me talk to him. He talked to me. I replied to Oga, I'm not feeling fine. Okay, can you manage? I said, no. Let's see what will happen tomorrow. I resumed to work the next day. And I attend to his office. I said, Oga, look at me. I'm still sick. Okay, what happened? What do you want me to do? Do you want to go to clinic? I said, yes. He said, okay, if that should be, go and do your clinic card. Which I did. You resign and left for clinic. There was giving injection.
Is there person to do photocopy of this document for the company? coming.
Then I left for clinic. So our patron there, he jets me. Then I sleep. He said I should relax maybe 2 or 3 hours so that I can go back to my work. I gave him no problem. He gave me injection and I relaxed. Let's say 1.5 hours up to 2 hours. I just saw my HOD and my MD. Hey, everybody go. Leave the money, don't come and sleep there, go. They chase everybody that did that clinic that very day. We all go back to our various working. So, and I go back to my machine. I started working throughout that day. Nothing happened. The next day, I started working again. So when it's around to 11 or after 10, I call my supervisor. I said, please, Ogami, I want to ease myself. They said, okay, no wahala. Have you ever? I didn't know. I already scheduled the program of the machine. Before I come back, I just want to ease myself. I'll come and dub the thread. They say, okay, no wahala. So as I inside I just hear my name shouting from toilet. I say, who is that? Normally, as a Muslim, I'm not supposed to answer. Then I answer them because the way that person shout as if something terrible happened. I force myself, hey, who is that? Who is that? It's me. Gino. It's one of our comrade Gino. I say, what happened? I say, MD called us now. I say that you are not doing machine. I say, I don't have a supervisor. Ask my supervisor now. I tell my supervisor before I left my machine. I say, I want to go and use myself. He say, the supervisor, Mr. Shegun, is trying to explain. This MD is not allowing him to talk anything that they normally do because people want they are trying to fish out or they are trying to resolve because they are the owner of the job. They say no. Whatever they say, that is the end. I say, chairman, ask him. Thank God, that my supervisor is a friend of our present chairman now, Comrade Falana Michael. I say, ask him, maybe I did not tell him before I leave for toilet. He say, which I did. I say, so what's that?
Do you have your supervisor number?
Yes, ma'am.
Give me your supervisor number.
My phone is there now.
Go and take it. Leave it. I said, come, please come like I call you. I never asked you to do anything. Organize yourself. Go and take that flask, wash it, then give me water from there so that I will be putting it instead of coming in the car. Let it mix. Once you go there, look at yourself. You say you have problem with giving it. Hello? What is the number? I thought you are copying the number from that place.
There's no Bible there.
What is the
Oh, 90. Sorry.
Go back later. I'm busy. Give me. Please not 191. Where are you getting
No,
it?
that one is not working again. Then maybe I have it's another supervisor.
Go ahead.
So after the incident, he just came to my place, started shouting. I mean, the my MD with his son.
That was what you said last time.
Last time, yes.
Yeah, you don't need to repeat it.
Okay.
So we're not asking.
So after then, they just asked me to leave the premises. He don't want to see me. I should come, or else you send somebody, you call security for me. So I go to personnel to go and sign the sack letter, or I should leave the premises. So you now guide me with their own office. So I've been there. So later I checked my clocking card. I didn't see my clocking card there. So according to they said that they have not received any official letter. So why they now sacked me? So since then, nothing was done.
Did you sign any sack letter?
At all, man.
And they deny you access to the premises.
Yes, ma'am.
Give her the money. Madam, last time I asked you if the company disciplinary procedure was taken, you said yes. I asked you. You answer me now, use the mic and not you are with me. You told me yes.
Yes.
How was it followed? The process you tell you people to before you start it. What was the process? Because you heard him saying there is a particular department that you people have to write to first if you are to start any staff. I believe what he presented to me, what I asked that they should go and make copy is your company handbook. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Eh?
No, it's for the national association that governs the textile mills. So
Yes, it's part of your handbook now. That
yes,
is why you
yes,
did.
yes.
Yes, but it's your handbook. Okay. So was the sack procedure followed?
Actually, as I explained the other day, we have branch union and we have national union.
Yes.
So the when we have issue with the workers, so the branch union comes to represent the workers. Then we send to them, the HR will send to them that still this is what happened. And that is the reason when the MD brought this case to me, and I sent to the branch union chairman that I was told that Akala is to be dismissed by the MD. It is not necessary we must write. Don't. It depends on the issue. Maybe we want to have maybe a particular session, we want to close a particular session, maybe there's a serious issue on a particular session, we can write the secretariat, which is the national union, and we copy the branch. We write the secretariat that we have issue in the factory, or maybe we want to close a particular session, or something is happening, we write. But if it's a small issue that we can resolve, we call the union executive.
So is this case a major issue or is it a small issue that you can resolve?
No, in case like that, we call the union executive to get them informed that this is what happened. So then, if they think that maybe we talk it out, then they can intercede for the worker, maybe meet the owner of the job, I mean the MD, to appeal, and we settle through the HR office with the management. So that's really it.
The question you are not answering my question. This particular case of his now,
Yes, ma'am.
you call it a minor case, right? That
As
you
it's a
did not
case we can
involve.
resolve within
Okay,
the
why
factory.
didn't you people resolve? Because it's not, you are not
They
resolving, you are sacking him.
no, they met the owner of the job. They met the union executive met the owner of the job to resolve it. He said he's not interested in him again.
If he's not interested in him, he should follow due process. You don't sack people like that, and you pay him all his entitlements.
He didn't.
And you can't just sack him. Listen to me, madam.
Yes,
Hold on. You don't sack staff that way. Because I believe you must have told the staff the same way you told the staff, or you give the company's rules and regulation, how the attitude they should put up, how they should engage themselves in their duty, and not that, and which they have their own penalty that they will face. They cannot resign without a notice. If they resign, meaning they have to pay the company forfeit 1 month salary or leave of notice, which the company did not do.
We make arrangement for it.
No, which is arrangement. Hold on, you can, if you make an arrangement with of that, this is it. You cannot just sack staff before, because you either, there are so many reasons why some people sack staff. If you sack staff because of little misunderstanding, that does not warrant you sacking the staff. Maybe you are looking for a flimsy excuse to sack the staff. Either you have somebody, a family member that you want, family friends or whoever you want to replace, and you know there is no space. I think it is enough. You know there is no space, raise it with hot water first, please. And you decided you are looking for a loophole to sack such staff. You cannot just feel because, yeah, it's leave of notice. No, we'll look at it from the reason why you are sacking the staff. We'll look at it from the angle why, the reason why you should sack the staff. If you just sack the staff for this cheap excuse or minor excuse you guys are giving, then we are going to write to the company officially what we will demand the company to pay the staff. It's not going to be leave of notice of paying him a month's salary. No, we will not accept that. Except the company reinstates him back, because the reason in which you are sacking the staff is not justifiable. And you were told, you heard from his statement that he told his superior, just like I'm in the office and I have a manager, I am overseeing, but the staff have other people they are, that they are answerable to. And for the fact, if the staff have been informed, come what may, you are, this is your superior, you are subordinate to this person, and you are to take excuse or take permission from this person, then the staff have no reason going to the MD, going to the CEO, or going to the resources manager to take excuse that he or she wants to ease himself. It's more or less like a distraction and disturbance. So if he has somebody that he is to take permission from, and he followed the due process, he actually took permission from the person, and the person confirmed that he took permission from him that he was going to ease himself. Why would the MD of the company wake up and feel he have to sack the person for not being at his duty post at that particular time, whereas who he took the permission from did not deny his excuse, of which he went to ease himself?
Madam, I'm sorry.
Make use of the mic, please.
Madam, I'm sorry. This experience is given, I don't already understand it. But what I knew that made the MD annoyed, that said he does not want it, is not what he said. Actually, we don't shun workers, and we don't normally sack workers when they sick. When they sick, we take good care of them and we pay their bills. So that's why we have internal clinic and we have hospital. So, and what really happened, and I stand on the point that it is the attitude towards work that make the man
Okay,
annoyed.
before he's supposed to, before you called him for a sack letter as as a HM, right? Or what is it called? You are HM, right?
Personal manager, yes, the same thing.
You said the reason given to you by the director or by the MD.
His attitude that made him annoyed.
Okay.
He made me annoyed.
Okay, he make the MD annoyed.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
and for the past 16 years, he have not annoyed the MD.
we are not discussing for the past 16 years. Only there are a lot of things that he has been doing.
And you think there's a lot, everything that the company has been doing, that this guy is comfortable with?
No, see, since when he has joined us, he has
Can
been
you
doing,
make use of
okay,
the mic?
since when he has joined us,
Yes.
actually he has been doing something wrong that the union will call, will resolve it amicably, and we settled.
Was he given query?
Of course, man.
Let me see the query given to him and let me see his response.
All right, man.
Because you don't query staff without response. So if you present query in our office without the reply or the response of the what is it called, the staff, meaning is you went and write that query on your own. Holy, welcome. How are you, sir?
What happened? You can see at this corner of the file.
Let me see it.
At this, no, I mean photocopy. Let me photocopy. front and back. It's when it comments.
Hmm?
Those days. No, sorry, ma. All these ones,
Yeah.
these are the leave, casual leave that they are going. So these are the queries, continuation. These are the query. So
Very hard.
yeah, those days that they are giving query. So I will give you.
Which year is this one?
This one,
2006.
sorry, yeah, he said since 15 years, they are going to give you query. Or I say they are giving query. This is the last one he was given, ma. This is the last one he was given. So, and we have been resolving it amicably and we settle it. So, once they gave the query, we reply, we resolve it. So, and we can't just wake up one day and because of little things terminated it. No, thank God that you are the owner of, you are the one controlling this place. There are some things that you will meet you in a situation that you will not be able to withstand. That is the last one, that is last year. So we are not shunning him. I will give you another one. You know, another.
This one he respond now. This very one.
Yes, he responded.
Eh?
I will resolve it.
That he have his own response. That you query somebody does not mean you are also justifying your
And we
query.
were not, no,
Because
we
just
are
like they
responding.
said they sacked him because he was not on duty. But he took excuse to go and use
It's
himself.
not because it was not on duty, ma, and that's why I'm correcting that one. He just put that one just to make it beautiful. It's not because he was not on duty. I told you the last time that I came that the MD met him in the clinic, lie along. He's not even the one he's looking for, actually. So he just came to the clinic. Meanwhile, he have told the head of the department, Mr. Dele Ogwari, I said, where are the other workers? There are 4. He said they are in clinic. So Mr. Dele went to go and check them to see how they're doing. So he walking into the clinic to meet them. So sorry, maybe my hand is suffering. Sorry. So he went he just coordinator. He met the delegate just to see the affair because he has asked of those ones. So he's not intending because he's sick. Are you getting me? So when he got there, when they heard his voice, all of them went back to the visit. He was keeping sleeping. Then the head of the department was hitting him. Akala just to know how he's doing. Akala. Then the man stood beside him. He was calling him. He don't give deaf air. Don't rather they say he heard the ending voice while he was lying down. He said it last time. That was how he really say he's not hearing his voice. And what is the situation? He was calling him. Akala, wake him. He just do as if he's dumb. He did not even responded. That's how my brother. What is the meaning of this? So and he's a man that normally gets annoyed on time. So he was annoyed. And he's not ready to work. What is the problem? He has the nurse. He said he has given injection since, but it is time for him to go. Although actually he came in the morning and to give injection, and he asked him to relax. But by that time he's supposed to be already fit to go back to his work. Why are they waking him and he refused to stand up? So they say the man speak Arab, like whatever. So, what is the truth of this one? He grow annoyed. So that is not the case. As he's making fool of him. So that was the case. It's not because of he left the machine or all that one. That is not. He knows the discussion. That is not the discussion. If I'm lying, I will give you the Ogwari number in the head of the department. They are not there. I'm not in the scene. Although the man now is not in Nigeria, he's receiving treatment right now at Lebanon. He's not in state, but the head of the department is in state. Even the person that you call the number, you can call it like, okay, what is the situation they say is happening that made them to be annoyed about Akala? It's not because of hate. We care for our staff. We care for our staff. It's not because of hate.
Madam, just like I said, we are not here to victimize anybody. But the office stands to to protect the rights of everybody, including that your company, and also for a peaceful resolution. However, we're asking for the reinstatement of this guy back to work, and let final warning be given to him. That is our first prayer. If that can be, if that request can be given, then we can also have a backup letter from this office to let the company understand that if they do anything contrary to the rule of the company again, then it can be sacked properly by following all the due process and letting it sacked. If he has served the company for the past 16 years, yes, I as a person, I don't think I would tolerate any nonchalant attitude from anybody. Talk more of staff, talking less of staff working with me. Any attitude, any disrespectful attitude towards your superior is annoying. If that is, I'm saying based on what the excuse you've given, which you can, the company can also give a second chance, having noticed that this guy has served the company, which I believe, how old is the company in Nigeria?
Uh, over 15 years.
50 years. So if he has given his 16 years also to the company, it's fair enough. He's not a job prostitute. And aside the little, whatever you guys are giving, 100 naira or 200 naira award of performance and all that, which is nothing, but it's something based on trying to encourage staff. If you consider the state of this country economy, the money, the amount is collecting from the date you was employed to now, if we were to check based on how staff should be, staff salary should be reviewed from 2016 till now, the company is going to owe this person a lot, which will still compel the company to pay him. And if you have shown us where you have given him pay, if somebody that will work for 16 years have just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say plus this now 6,
No, it's not.
I have it there. Because what I'm saying is this:
One, two, three,
the only way is response.
9, 10, 11.
If you don't overlook, we are human beings, because if you check, even you that is sitting, I believe you have a family. If your husband can't every error, mistake that you made in your family, I don't think you will, there will be any reason of both of you living together. Human beings are bound to err, but the heart to forgive and let's move on is the most important thing we are talking here. If it's this bad that he can be sacked with that little excuse, then I don't think there is any reason why the company gave him that award certificate that he has gotten, which is not one. We have up to 3 certificates that is with him. So if he has performed in the past, and maybe you guys are capitalizing on his weak points, then it's not so fair enough. For mediation's sake, I will first of all, because I believe you don't have the final say, but you also have a vital role. You are the one representing the company. And if you are not capable, you cannot be sent to represent the company here. They believe they count on you. They believe you can take some certain decision. They believe you are responsible enough to look into the matter as a position holder in that company, and also an admin manager that look into the affairs of both staff and administrative works that have to do with the company. It's an appeal that I'm giving to you, which will give you another room to return back, communicate with the CEO, the MD, the authority of the company, that this office is appealing to the company on behalf of this person for mediation sake, that they should reinstate him and give him the last chance. We are still going to write other backup later if he misbehave or do anything contrary to what the company, what is expected of him by the company, then the company can sack him with due process. But because prior to that day, he was sick, and he also called his superior that he was sick, and he also appeared at the office the next day. Let's assume that he was not strong enough when he resumed, because he told the company that he was sick, and him leaving his duty post to go and lie down. It will be it's as good as being absent. He would have also take an extension or sick leave, apply for a sick leave, or talk to his superior, please sir, let me be excused for 3 days to enable him take proper care of himself. In the Western world where things work, health first, come what may. Because if every staff of a company is sick or possibly affected by a pandemic and no one survived, then it's as good that the company is shut down, closed. Because you need a good health of every human being to serve you better. So when your staff is not feeling fine, the best thing you should put into consideration first is the good state of that person. If the person is sound and well, and he or she is not performing so at duty, then you can look at it from the angle of being negligent and other attitude that is unacceptable to the company. But in this situation, because there is a proof that he was sick, and not that there was no notice given or no information given to the company and all that, and it's within that period that the excuse or the annoyance of the MD come on board. Let us do it because of the sickness. Let last chance be given to him, considering the fact that he has been with the company for 16 years. Even if he's departing or he's resigning from the company, let it be a due process which the both parties will follow, and he will be paid all his entitlement and all that. As it is to relieve him of his duty, there is no job everywhere. And if he has worked for 16 years and he applied to this office as a staff here, I cannot just employ him based on his experience. And that depends if his experience in your company is suitable to the area in which I need the service here. So it's going to be as if he's starting all over again with this company. Because if he's an operator there, I might have a company that I don't need an operator. Possibly I'm looking for a driver and is inexperienced in the driving field. Possibly I'm looking for a PA and is inexperienced in the PA field. So employing him is like him starting life all over again, because I can't remunerate him based on his 16 years experience with your company. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So please, with all due respect, I will appeal to the company on behalf of him, and that you are here, and you go back, take our message back, that they should please, at least if they can put up an apology later, that is not going to be negligent at his work any longer, even though he was not negligent. it's a situation that is explanatory, which he did. So let the company give him a last chance, let him be restated back, and let him abide by every rules and regulation provided by the company to him. So that if there is any subsequent occurrence, then they can take their action. If if I make myself understood. Ma,
No problem, ma'am.
thank you very much. So, hi, anyway, sorry, I would have asked about the state of the MD and the son. How are they feeling?
They are buried the son.
The son eventually died.
Yes.
Oh my
And
God.
the MD is still hospitalized.
Oh God.
So they are the Lebanon.
So this thing happened in Lebanon.
It happened here in Nigeria at the VI. They stayed in VI.
Okay, they
The
stayed in
assassin
VI.
came into their house to do the
Okay, they flew them.
yes.
Immediately it happened.
No, they observed them. They took them to Lebanon hospital
Yeah.
to give them first aid. From there, they were referred to Igbobi because they massacred them, they butchered them. So from
Push.
so at Igbobi, the son died. So then that's how they fly both of them for the father to continue treatment over there and bury the son. So that's why really the people call the coffin and treatment. So we are
Hi,
doing this weekend. We are going to have the condolence program for son.
Mr. OWOLABI,
Yes, ma'am.
are you comfortable with my appeal?
No problem.
Or you don't want to work there again?
I don't want to work there.
Okay, you don't want to work
I don't
again?
want to work there.
Okay.
I don't want to work.
So, okay, what is your prayer? Because I should ask from you. I don't need to force you on them, okay? So, what is your request? What do you really want now?
Now, now, I want because yes, ma'am. You see, the MD particularly, ma'am.
Sorry, let me thank the person that drew my attention because it's the comment of this person. He said, the man is okay, thank you, Buneri, JP. Uh, he said, the man is not happy looking at the way he's looking. So, is the JP um, comment that I read that draw my attention to say your face. Uh, Hold on. Irene Kani, you drop a message. That is why the admin pin your message that my attention will be drawn to your message. You can contact us on 08033024550. You can send a message to that line and will be responded to. If you're in Lagos, you can visit 93 Allen Avenue, Ikeja, opposite Access Bank, or 14 Kalejayi Street, Oguntade. We have opened another branch yesterday at Alimo Shop again towards a roundabout. So we will avail you once the address once the office is ready for operation. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. You see, ma'am, I've been seeing a lot of things there since I started working there. You see, particular person, my HOD, Lily Ugwari, I have senior cadres there, especially in my department, we call it GPA. Inside that GPA, you see have like two sections there. One we call general parking. There's one we call body section. So that police station, that's where I'm working. So I have senior cadre there, both man and women. About 3 years ago, they retrenched them. So automatically, ma, I'm the last person to be their head there, to be their let's say former. Automatically, I'm the one. Even before God and man, people in their own office have been congratulating me. Oh, Labi, congratulations. I say, let me receive my letter first. It's very important. When I receive my letter, maybe as a assistant supervisor or as a former head, my mind will be attested now. Yes, it's totally confirmed. So small time, he has a brother, he has a sister called Mrs. Momo. So he's working with us. So he say, okay, I should first. The sister should follow me. There's also one guy called Ashuroshe. Two of them have been doing it together. So there's a little something that come up that very day. I now went to my
Go ahead.
boss. I say, Oga, why did you do this thing? What happened? What is
Sorry, you don't want for the fight. Eh? You don't want the parents the
Yes,
original
yes,
copy.
yes, I know.
I said, what happened? What did I do wrong? He said, no, I should not question his authority. I said, based on what, Oga? He said that from now, any retribution, I should not write any retribution again. I said, Oga mi, is he, are we fighting? He said, I should not. He said his sister should be writing anything concerning writing. I should just
That is a
be.
Lebanese man.
No, he's a Nigerian. I said, though, you see that man is a master of tribalism. He's a master degree of tribalism. He know how to play tribalism. So what I not sure that okay, he said me from now I should not write in anything. I should allow her sister to be doing that. And the third man,
And you are the one that's supposed to.
yes, I'm been doing it because there's one girl called forget the Edo girl. He said that I should allow him to work because you see the girl they are looking, he just started working with us. Then the area you are asking her to work is very cautious, so mixes can come at ten the thing we have been working since morning. You will now go back to store to go and rectify it again. I say I don't want let to be putting it gradually. You be seeing that at least they are starting with us now. You be seeing there then by a couple of this at least you can place it on that back because they call that place wrapping. It's very conscious. That place very very well. So at the end of the day, so I say okay, no problem. I accept it. I accept it. So one like 3 or 4 months, he said again, he said, that's what you want to let Ashorishe be doing incentive again. I say, wow, what happened? And I call one of my friends there and say, see, please advise me. I don't know what my oga is coming up with. People have started calling me, say, see, OWOLABI, take it or leave it. Because this same man, even I reported him to one of our general manager. They call him this man, can you remind me? Mr. Maybe I will remind you. He's our general manager. I say, Oga, please, there is something that is going on here. Say what I say, Oga Dele, it's not too much of tribalism. Now as we say, see, just whatever ask you to work, just do it. I say, okay, that's your advice. He say yes. Because people try to avoid me simply because whatever we discuss anything before he very close to the MD. MD lis ten to his word of every time. Once Mr. Ade say okay oga based on this person so before you know our MD will not do proper investigation. We will just accept that true that person there because on that one very day I say oga me.
No, don't. What do you want?
So
you are taking me too much.
what I'm trying to say because that man particularly because if
What do you want?
I want because according to our agreement ma our agreement said that once you are terminating somebody or want to do without without any offence anything is management that say at all cost that's how the MD pronounce it. He say he just won want to see me in this premises. He say
What do you
they
want?
should pay my emolument total emolument. That's what I want ma. They should pay my that's what they state there in our agreement. They should pay my emolument total package for
What
me.
is your total package of your
There's a way they work it. It's there.
You supposed to have gone and work it so that you will know first. What if they
No, I worked my own 320 something thousand naira. That's what I worked. They should pay me, let me go, let me continue with my life. Because since then now, my house is due. Mommy, they really hit me because just permit me to because last year I wanted to collect loan emergency because my wife so sick because my wife is a asthmatic patient. So we have been together now for the past 13 14 years. So that very day my first thing we rush in at the end of the day we pay almost 100,000 which I don't have. People I understand now but I'm getting to somewhere man. Just at the end of the day we try to even with that money they pay to me I mean the bonus I must to pay after that money to person that lend us the money. So now my answer say that I want my total emolument. They should pay me let me go 326,000.
Please, can I have the way the breakdown of it?
Are you not the office? Go and check it now. Shebi the way you are just going to Mr. Femi, Mr. Lagbaja, please support me o. I want to the way I can defeat this OWOLABI. They told me everything today. we are a manager, we are going to a management office. I see seriously, you are not a sit down, so maybe you are not your HR. Yeah now.
But I went
Work it with yourself. You don't have to ask me. Maybe it's in the office. Work it. I didn't embarrass you. That embarrass. I'm not embarrassing you.
I went round
That's why. And then you came. You say, why should I carry company matter to come here? I say, what's my own business? If you do the right thing, I'm not going to carry you guys come here. You are here already. So let's face the reality. You have been there since, ma.
Talk less.
Yes, ma'am.
You said you do his gratuity is well. Say his pension is which company? Are you aware that you're not getting ICO?
Yes, ma'am. But yes, ma'am. They are here to pay updates. My ICO. They are here to pay updates.
Like we have like due to during the December period, a lot of expenses will not incur. So in January, we are going to it's because of the man in charge is not around travel. So the deputy director travel in just back now because this is there. So we are going to pay off in December. So
December last year, December this year.
No, last year December we paid last November.
That's how I normally do it. They don't update.
December,
5 months, 4 months, they will pile up. At the end of the day, when you know the accident.
Are you in the account?
I'm not one of your staff before.
Okay, don't worry. You want, but you cannot have access to ICO.
I mean, even before.
Accepted. You cannot have access. You can abuse me. There's no problem.
I say I'm a union before. I didn't abuse you. Yes, ma'am. All right.
Yeah. You have to behave yourself.
You cannot have access to ICO. It's after 3 months of living of out of job they can access it. But by the judicial grace of God. So once I get back, I have to push for December payment to be made. So they will make it this week, and I will personally come to show you the evidence. I promise you, I will come and show you the evidence of payments. So, but if we access it after 3 months, that is the law of pension managers. So that is it. But assuming he has come back to the company, the other money, enhancement, all those things they pay him. So since he said he needs his money, let him come, we settle him accordingly. We don't cheat workers. We settle him accordingly. According to that booklet he gave you, when you go through it, you will see what is due for him. It's there. It's there. No, that small booklet is there. So when you are being terminated, what you are going to pay is there. It's listed there.
So you have calculated it.
So that I'm surprised that I'm saying what is that's what I'm asking. What is the analysis of his?
How do you analyze this so that you are able to take him?
No, I don't know how he analyze this. So that's what I'm asking. Can you please give me the analysis?
Go and check what we call total amendment. Yeah, you have the copy now. This is my own copy. Page 26 is there.
No problem.
Yeah,
so when you come, we say to you. So if we choose to come back to them to show you that we are checking you. So you have to come, let us see.
No, he will not come there.
So that is where it works. So let him come, we set to it. We will never be running, we will not deny his entry. So if he did not sign for the termination letter and sign for, we cannot do anything. Since he's living fine, he's living, and we're going to give him what is due for him. We will never cheat him. We will never cheat him.
You know there is already an issue of ground. You had the statement. You feel it's been short. You feel there was an act of tribalism repeated against him.
Those ones are not even
that place. I'm coming now. Yeah, so and he feel you're supposed to be the next person, but because of one thing or the other, they must have gone to the MD to go and condemn him and all that, and maybe they beg the MD or whoever. This is Africa, anybody can do anything. If you're not strong enough, they can even use black power turn your face to dog when you are an elephant. We all know that, but God passed them. If you can calculate, because I don't want us to be coming again and again
Yes,
every
I'm
now
saying
on
if you
this
come,
issue. Hold
we
on.
is highly welcome. No, nobody is part of us for 15 years. You will never be shown. It is highly welcome, madam. I promise you that the
No,
security
I
is
can
shown.
already see that you are, both of you have started.
No, he's the
You are
one.
talking to
He's the
him and
one.
whatever.
He's the one.
So,
Since when I came, your peaceful, I said, Akala, the company that I've been helping you so much for 15 years, when you are in need.
what do you excuse
And
me?
you
Oh, hold
just,
on, madam.
I didn't know that this thing, I'm sorry,
What
ma.
is the definition
I
of
didn't know
help?
that this thing that is going to be on social media or go, I've never knew.
What is definition of what is definition of help?
No, when he's in need,
You sign for
when
a year.
no, when he's in need,
Mm.
personally he goes to the ND, he can meet him on the road. Because ma, I need I owe you, I need money. You know,
I owe
personally,
you, is it free?
no, no, personally he didn't give me money from his pocket.
Even in abroad, they apply for I owe you.
I know. I think personally sometimes he didn't give me money from his
I
pocket.
also give my staff salary.
So
That excuse me, madam. You guys should at times. You Africans
so
should.
he begin to abuse
When
me
you
that
say you are helping
that
the hold on, madam,
if I'm his husband,
hold on.
I'm sorry.
I say
And I hate God.
hold on. We should learn to know the difference between somebody is working for you, you are paying the person, and you just give somebody, you empower the person, you just give money to the person, establish the person, or give somebody money. That is a two different thing. If you pay him salary, he render his service. When service is rendered, you remunerate for the service. That is not help.
I
And
want to talk
when he
about
applied for
salary.
IOU,
Or between you.
IOU is when you are to pay my salary, deduct it, which is not also free of charge. Anybody can collect, right? IOU, anybody can apply for it. That is even if we call it IOU in company. If you know me and you walk up to me, please can you borrow me 100,000? Is it not IOU? And you are paying me back. That I gave you 100,000 and you pay me back. Not that you are my staff. You are to pay salary, probably I have other expenses and I'm running out of my own income. So I apply to the company, give me 10,000 out of my salary. If you are to pay, you deduct it. Whether you deduct it at once or you deduct it instrumentally, at the end of the day, you deduct it. Is that help? Um, Aside the 320,000, are you owing him salary?
No,
Were you paid? Was the salary paid to date?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have idea how much
I
his
mean,
pension should be?
I don't. I don't.
Do you have
You're
idea
supposed to
how
have the
much his
statements.
pension should be?
Yes, 1.3.
1.3.
Plus.
Imagine 1.3 for 16 years. If you are selling pure water in the street for 16 years, you mean you will not get 1.3. If you are saving or you are good in your business, you will not get 1.3 for 16 years. It's only God that will deliver us from this country. God help us. You will go and work on because except there is a tactics in which they calculate it. If there is no tactics it's written there in your card, then I don't think there is any way of, when you say there is a way they calculate it.
We follow strictly on the communicate, the financial agreement. That's more perfect again. We follow
Let
strictly
them
on
bring it, because I will not want you to go back and you now come up and say okay, because I gave you query, that one is deducted, give me that card please, the card that was supposed to make a photocopy. It's just because this guy is not demanding much. And I want to speak to you. Whatever you guys are doing, try as much as possible to conclude on this issue and pay him off. Because if we really want to act on behalf of this person, you guys will compensate him for where is it?
Page 26, ma'am.
Page 20.
26.
You guys will compensate him for unlawful dismissal, which is still stands. Because if I have to go through the document report based on your own statement we have here, there was no due process followed that have to do with his dismissal or relieving of his duty. And hence that is not done. He is the one that is compliant with the company that lets him go and legal should pay his entitlements. If you object to this sack, we will not uh, we will not hesitate to write an official letter to your company and they will compensate you for dismissing him of nothing. Because one, if you are to sack him, the procedure in which you should take, you said you called one other person to talk to him if there will be a resolution which no the person is this something you can go through it now? Know if exactly because I don't want to know.
Notice period is under termination.
Right?
No, yeah, this one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sit down.
Roman figure two A under the notice period.
Yeah.
Abi, am I right? So I want you to agree with me.
Zero.
I want you to agree so I not be as if I'm reading one thing. So under Roman figure 2A, the employee shall be paid all accrued entitlement on resignation or termination. So where the employee is qualified for total emolument for the notice pay shall be based on total emolument by either party. So what it means that okay, on the expiration of probation, what it means that you have to pay 1 month in lieu, and that 1 month in lieu that we are going to pay him, the total emolument carries basic, if it's from 10 years above.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be paid the basic, the transport and housing. I that is what it means by total emolument.
Yeah.
So I wish that is what we have done for him, but he has not come to check it. It's not in play here, it's in the office. The preparation before we pay them, the analysis will show them. The union to receive them, they go through it before they collect the people, but he did not come. Everything is checked down in the office. So when he comes, he will check through it and this and five before he will sign any paper before we pay him. So that is what it means here. So then then the other one that they are talking about, if you have other information, furniture, if it's due for that month, we give him full furniture. And if it's not due, we prorata it on the month.
How is it due? How
If
is
that
it
is,
not due?
we pay furniture every their anniversary month. Like in being staff month of May. No, May. See,
May when?
second May.
May which way?
May. Every
Which year?
May, he observe his annual leave every May. So
Mhm.
we assume May is the anniversary month. So is the month of the employment. So he can proceed his leave every May. So that very May is we pay him when he commence leave, we pay him furniture. We pay him furniture.
Which is how much?
The furniture is according to the collective agreement. So like the last review, I have the communicate here because they enjoy every entitlement based on
How much
that
now? When you
was
say enjoy, when I asked you that day, you saying you were giving them 100 naira, 50 naira. Now, don't even talk. Let's people don't
alright
ask me to.
sorry.
What is the enjoyment? Enjoy what? Somebody work for 16 years and it's total amendment is 300 and something times, and you say they enjoy.
It is according to their collective agreement. Sorry man, the class book. The furniture grant is there. That is the last review. So sorry, brother. So he will pay this every you can see you can analyze there. That is so they will pay him the furniture allowance.
Okay, is this not unfair? If somebody that is less than 10 years is being paid 16,500, and somebody that is more than 10 years is paying 17,000, just 500
That
naira
is the
difference.
agreement.
So
Between the you can see the signatory is there. Check the back. You see the
Now,
signatory.
observation, what you just read now.
Yeah, okay.
So concerning that first article is based on maybe you are not up to 5 years, you are not entitled to amendment. Once you are above 5 years, because once you are above 5 years, you are entitled to pay amendment. There, as well stating, is they will pay the basic and all those things times the number of years
No, that
you have
is not.
spent.
It's not yet. So wait, that is
Shey
not
okay
the
that one
agreement.
the one
That is
just
not the
said verbally
agreement.
they don put it there.
It's
The
not the agreement.
the way you explain it they put it there.
Where did you
The way you explain it they put it there.
That is the reason why I said
where did you get
that.
that? Where did
Ma
you get that
if that
calculation from?
if that should be if that be the case ma
No, when
when you are coming
yeah,
my own let's talk paper I will paper my own as well
okay, no
and
problem.
show you ma
No problem. No
the
problem. So
the agreement is there now.
the union will be there
Am
to settle it.
am I a union before?
Hmm?
I serve two terms.
The union will
What
be
you
there
will do, madam,
to
because
settle
this
it.
thing
If
is not
it's right, they will say it.
if you hold
Okay.
on, please.
Please, ma,
Mm.
I can give you the phone number of the from the national secretariat. Just confirm from them
That
that how if someone is leaving the company on termination or resignation, how do they pay them? So they will feed you. If I'm lying, they will tell you. If I'm not lying, they will tell you. But I don't know where he gets his own calculation. So I will get my phone. You can phone them maybe after we left or in our presence here to get it clearer.
Ma in addition to it when the manager want to terminate somebody without any reason any no reason as in there is no particular reason that okay you just want the guy just to
what
leave.
is the strength of the staff there? What are your strengths? The strength staff, what are they?
Now, presently, now is 200.
People up to 200.
Yes.
Na more than
No, for junior staff, they're 200.
na more than two.
Are you the one paying or are you
Since
the
I
one
left
there?
I say we are more than
It's
200.
200. Ah, when I see something you keep against me, are you taking everybody's record? Please, can you provide your proof to show that it is not 200? I want you to provide it because anything I say, you kick it against it. I'm not against your word. You have abusing me against anything. I know you have abusing me. You did.
No when
Right from the time again, you say
how?
if it's an office, I say okay, sorry, I'm sorry. So
Why are you asking me?
that's
You don't want to appeal to
even
me.
here,
Why
you have
why
issues
why
that
now?
say I'm moving around. And why would I be moving around because of the issue? We have a lot of issue on ground. We are trying we are holding meeting on the problem we have on ground.
I know
And we
you.
said I'm moving around.
I
For
know
what? Why should I move
I know
around
you.
because of the issue? You know me.
That's what
You know me to
yes.
be who?
You have
You know me to be who?
Daily no you don't come to your office today.
Please, can you explain who came to the office?
Just
If Mr. Kevin comes to office, is he coming for your issue? We have meetings in the office. The director we had meeting
don't
because
tell
of
us
the
lie
complaints.
yeah that's what you did.
If I'm lying, God who made me and you is alive
Now
and
today?
is living and
It's
his
not
spirit
today now.
is within
See
us there.
when you ask this
You were
woman
there in the
when we
company
have
and you are
short
saying I'm
payment
lying.
in our account
We hold meeting
in
before
our
I
in our
came
money
here.
madam
Because of what happened, and you say I'm lying.
I have 2 years. My 2 years is not listening to both of you separately.
Ah,
So
I'm
it's more or
surprised for
less
this
like
guy.
it's a
I'm so
noise.
surprised.
You guys should.
You see, I'm on a part for your issue. Why should I do that when we have a lot of things on ground? You plant things on ground. You say I'm running after your issue. Why should I do that? We had meeting between me and the director and on other staff on how to organize the codeless meeting. You know, I told you this weekend we're having codeless meeting for the next director. He's a director. In his stand. So we are making plan. We had meeting in the boardroom. I don't know. They don't know what we closed door. They don't know what we're discussing there because they saw him. It is a technical manager and he's a safety manager. So we did because the case is also
It's
at
okay.
spicy. You don't know what we're discussing. They gave a news that Mr. Kevin came to my office. I assume because they knew I'm coming here today. So assuming that we are discussing your issue when we have other issues to settle with. Please, my dear, you have to be very careful. Always confirm things before you speak it out. And it is not true. Eh? Now you don't want to be showing me abusing me. We are like a running street. We meet outside. Though.
sure.
Uh-huh.
Where is Mr. Kala? Is this one from Mr. Kala?
No. It's no. I make a photocopy for you to see that it is a collective agreement. So everything, every payment we issue out in that place will go according to the collective agreement. The union and the union representative will be there. So with the management, so we sign agreement, we sign communicate. We review every time.
But when
We
you review, did you carry the company, the staff along?
The union will
When you
report.
have a company policy and procedure,
Yes,
you
the
carry
union
this.
report back to the workers. You can confirm from him. The union report back to the workers. And this is the new agreement. This new. That's why I make photocopy of that to show
Did
you.
he sign it?
Who the union?
Mr.
No, not Accra. It's not part of the union. It's not. He was once. He's no more in the union circle. He was once.
Why?
Maybe
Why is he no longer in the
they no they voted him out. It is the workers. The workers voted him out. So
So workers can still vote co-workers out of union.
yes, it's a free. Last month they did another one. They will dismiss the former one. They will re-elect. They campaign like a normal political person. They
Okay, it
campaign.
was their head. Okay.
Yeah, they will campaign. They will. So they will hold election.
The same thing like it.
Yes,
Okay.
they will hold election.
So you are former union leader and you are angry like this. Is that how you carry
No,
your,
no, no,
your,
it's not like that.
your workers? How did you speak with for the workers? You are the mouthpiece of the workers now, where you were their
Nah,
leader.
I'm just annoyed.
Is that how you were doing?
No, not really. This woman particularly. Sometimes we have issues. Say, madam, please, we have a short payment on our money. The next thing we hear, I'm busy now. I'm not that there. The man, he have time to type my sack letter without doing nothing. What is my offence? I'm sick and I call my HOD. See this and that. I even when I'm leave to toilet, I tell my supervisor.
We can't do otherwise. You said you don't want to work there
Yes.
again.
Yes,
Otherwise,
I
they will
want it.
reinstate
Let me
you.
go.
But now that you said you are not working there again,
Yes.
madam, please,
Yes,
the calculation you will come to the office, let them do it.
No, we can't do it here, madam. It is against you cannot
Do it there,
Again,
then come and present it to us.
so
Yeah,
there's no
that's all.
problem.
Do your calculation
So-
there and come and present it.
So because I don't want to ensure that you be arguing with me. That's what I'm saying. You have a
He can't even work well. If you are outside with him, you are arguing this. Is it there that this guy will be? Are you going to tie his man not to talk?
No. I can't find
It's
him.
not
He has
possible
the freedom
with
to
you like
talk.
that, eh?
He have union representative, and I cannot bribe them. They are representing him. They are representing his consent, and we have national union that govern
He
him.
say
He
union
is
that
work there.
voted him as old
No, it is not. It's the workers, not the union. It is the workers that voted him out of the union. It's not the union.
Yeah,
He has a new union and he's governing
Madam,
them.
this guy is not coming there. Go there, go and do your calculation. Come and pay him his money. He's not coming there. Please. He's not coming there. You've not go and pay or go and check his total what is it called?
Amendment.
Go and check his total amendment and push up his pension as you say. Because you said you are going to pay the December salary and
No,
bring
they
the
are paid.
copy.
They are paid in December salary. The economic pension. No problem.
Yeah, you said you are going to pay
5%
for
as
this.
well is not the also. They are also but when there's no gratuity again, so both employers and they sit together say okay, apart from what worker will get when he or she is leaving, there's supposed to be a kind of money again. And that's okay. Let's be removing 5% out of our money.
It's not your money. It is management, purely management.
It's not management money.
It is not your money.
It's not management money.
That 5% enhancement, it is not. And I'm saying this. Now I'm talking for you to get me right. If I'm right,
That one
I'm
is
wrong.
not updated.
You can call the national. I will give you
Almost
this
three
and
or
ask
four.
them. It is management that pay it to staff. It is not deducted from staff money. If I'm lying, I'll give you. Just confirm it.
It's not deducted from staff money.
Yeah, it is for that 5% enhancement. No, last time I said it, that there's no more gratuity as agreement. The letter to that is here. So that is the guarantee that is now represented by my pension. And that even it is only that pension that they remove from the staff money, which is 8%. And why the management contributed 10%, making 18%. That they pay to ICO. And we have another agreement, and the national union body agree with the employer that just to assist people since if they are going, they will have first money to that they can receive before they can process their pension. So that is what they call 5% enhancement, which it is probably being paid by management, did not done from the salary of the worker. If I'm lying,
So how much are they giving to them?
It depends on their regulation. It varies. It depends on their regulation. Their regulation goes on categories, on grades.
So is it 5% for
Enhancement.
enhancement? You calculate
So
it based
if
on
we
their
pay to
remuneration.
African Alliance, it is under that we are going to write. We write to African Alliance to remit it to us. So then it will be paid to the
Is
staff.
it part of the emolument?
It's part of the emolument. We write it to African Alliance.
So how long will this your total compilation for his emolument to be paid? How long will this going to take you to do it?
Chief, no problem. I'm going to call him some sign. The one for African Alliance marketing officer to people say just give me 2 weeks because of the enhancement. For leave. So that is what is supposed to be taken at December time. Then by the time the African Alliance paid him the emolument, we transfer that one to his account. So but now he should just give me like
Will it be ready in that 2 weeks?
he will say, I will phone the man, I will follow the man up. He will be ready. So annual leave on Brata, furniture leave on Brata, then is 1 month in leave, which is on total emolument. So that is what is benefited. Annual leave, furniture, and 1 month in leave. So then the one for
Annual
Africa,
leave.
yes, it's annual leave. You know, already the month of May last year, he has taken his leave. So then from that June up to this May, this year, so as long as those months for him. So the 8 months on top, that 8 months they are going to calculate it for him for his leave money. He's going to benefit down. We are going to pay him down for 8 months. Calculate actually on prorata, we calculate a function for him and that 1 month they leave. So then there's how save money that the one is misquoting that he's supposed to be from pension. Sure as happened so that but they are saving that is in-house that one we will save it they save it with that one. That one will be there. The one that is going to delay him is the African Alliance. If not immediately he will get his money. I will say tomorrow or next tomorrow he will get his money. But it's just because of the African Alliance that we delay. So I will follow Mr. Osai up. I will attack him, I will call him to ensure to forward me the money. Then it will be gathered up and we pay him. I will follow Mr. Osai up.
Observation, ma'am. All these things you are talking is different from emolument. All these things is not even nearing.
Okay.
Or not
So
even
what is
nearing
the
5%. That's what I just said now. Say you have to calculate when somebody is let's assume people 5 years old, they use I think it's 150% or 75%. My basic salary.
Before you claim all these things,
Okay.
because your statement you are not sure of what you are saying. When you say 150% or 25%, that is not an accurate word. You are not sure. So you go and do your homework very well. They must tell you the exact amount and the exact thing they should calculate for you as the policy and procedure of the company.
Alright.
One, then we can't be claiming 320,000. You don't know if your money is more than 320,000 or less. You get me?
Yes, ma'am.
So go and do what percentage are they working on? Is it 75%? Is it 20%? Is it 50%? You should be sure exactly what it's all
And two,
about.
he has to before any money handed over to him, he has to receive his letter.
No problem. You can bring
Yes,
the letter
he
here.
is-
You will sign it.
No, madam, please. That I'm saying he works with us and he have representative. He's not in the garden. you understand? Because they will blame me on this one, on this one. He worked there. He's a company policy. He has a legal executive from that is registered national union. If even the secretariat can come and
Is
say
it not
to
for
deal with
him
me.
to collect the resignation letter and sign it that he collect
Yes,
it?
and
Is he going to
because
sign to the war? Is it
no,
not book that he's going to
yes,
sign
yes,
it?
let him come to the company to settle it. Let him
Settle
come
what?
to settle his
Go and check what you go and check the body of the jail.
his benefits. Let him come to settle it. You are stranger. If I'm lying, you don't know. If he's lying, you don't know. Those people that are in line, if from the national that do the designing, they are there. They will confirm whether I'm right or he's right. So they will get the witness. Even we can video it. We can video it. So they will confirm what is taken, whether it is wrong or it is not wrong. So that I'm saying, let him come to the company. Then I wouldn't mind. I want to. I will give you a make Mr. Ethiopia. What is his name? I will give you his number that you can call him and confirm some things. Let him come down. Let us clear it. So that whether what I'm presenting is wrong, maybe I'm cheating him or I'm not paying right. Because I don't know who is educating him on those things. So whether I'm wrong or right, let him come
What
to the
you
company.
do?
We video it and we play it to you.
Which date is it coming from the calculation?
Thank you, I said I asked for 2 weeks. I won't go exceed
No,
that
before then he will come and do the calculation with you people. One. You first of all come and do the calculation with you people, agreed on the amount first. He cannot sign without agreement, without knowing fully well that what you are giving to him is entitlement.
Okay, now.
He can only be clarified that what you are paying to him is his entitlement. That is when he is going to sign.
Okay,
But signing is like he accepts, he considers, he concord with what you give. So the calculation have to be done.
Okay, now.
The ones you are expecting, you ask them how much is that,
Okay, now.
and you be sure. Don't tell me the mistake
No,
is
no,
from
no,
the
no,
other
no,
people
no,
or
no,
the
no.
one.
I will
No.
phone them.
Do accurate calculation of that. Then the one in your office, that is what at least you must have an idea of what is it African Insurance or which
African
company?
Alliance, I don't know.
African
In
Alliance.
series today, I don't know. They are the one to give us the report.
So they'll give you that report. Your office own is something that they can do within 1 hour.
Yes.
So if you go today, call them and they tell you this is how much it is. Next tomorrow is what? It's Friday.
Yes, ma'am.
On Monday precisely, he will be there.
Okay, ma'am.
Then you guys will do the total calculation.
Okay, ma'am.
If the total calculation you are okay by that, good and fine, then you will sign the resignation later. Then you people will come here. What is it called? Upper Wednesday.
Start with the amount of money being given.
When you're executive
No,
is
I'm
there.
talking to mommy now.
Okay.
That's what he said. If I accept the money, I will go ahead and sign.
Yes. If the total calculation you ask for other colleagues that work before and whatever. Okay. And any policy and procedure they have when any communicate they have before now on present any before you now after you have been started what exists you guys give us exactly date of the when the money because it's a 2 weeks, right?
No, I can. You said I should get the money, the one from Africa Alliance.
Mm-hmm. You said the only one that would
That
delay
will
is
delay
the
is
one
Africa
from
Alliance.
the
Yes,
one from the
the
African
Africa
Alliance.
Alliance. That is the only one that can delay. Any other one will be arranged in house.
Yeah, but we don't want what is it called? We don't want anyone to delay for him to be coming
Because I say you should
because
give
of
him 2 weeks.
African law. That is what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you guys go back, you cannot go, you can't keep us blindly. He's coming there on Monday, and we can't attend to him without you. Whatever report that you guys arrive at on that calculation, you report to the office now. Yes, we have agreed. This is it, this is that. Then that is when we do a final resolution. The case have come to this conclusion. This is the resolution of this case, this and that and that.
Okay.
So if it's and not that, then the both party will sign and now leave.
Right.
So that the upper week the money
He
will
he will
be.
come to pay to collect his money.
Yes.
No problem.
Um, Mr. Akala,
Yes, ma'am.
our advice, you also work on yourself. Come what may, this person is not your direct employer. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
And in all due respect, you give respect to who respect you. Let's keep management aside. By age, she should senior you. By culture and tradition, you are taught to respect your elders. So, if not for anything, respect her for the fact that she's senior you. Yeah. You respect her on the ground that she's somebody's wife and you have a wife and two. So talking and you're talking back at her, you know, I know you know, you can't know somebody more than the person self. That is a letdown. And you don't do that to people, no matter what. You are going up and down, you are moving here and there. Whoever that is giving you the information, when if you are making an allegation that you cannot provide the person, that is false allegation and you can also be going for it, except you provide who tells you that. You are on national TV and you are accusing her as an adult. She's going here and there, she will be moving from one office to another. Over what? Are they to pay you 1 billion? If they pay, if they did not pay, is it going to her pocket? If they pay you, is there any way she can collect it? If there is any manipulation in the place of where you are supposed to be elevated, it will not go. Anything that belongs to you, you may not get it from that company, but that does not mean God will not give it to you. And you don't know why you are even going out of the place. So you don't see her as an enemy to yourself, or she's the one responsible asking you out of that place. You don't do that. That is very bad. And hence you know your ground, you know what you need. You cannot cry more than the believe. If you come to this office and you are being beaten by your husband, our duty is to do what the law asks us to do. But if you decide to withdraw the case, do we have any problem? No. If we see from the angle that you have to make your total amendment, give you your pension
Enhancement.
enhancement, right? And not that your enhancement, your total amendment, and the pension. Who are we? Are we going to? Did we have any personal issue with the her or the company? No. Your request is what we will act on, right? If just like I asked you, go back, you said no. Then I ask you, what do you want? This is what you want. You are an adult. Assuming you are below 18, then we assume that you don't know what you are saying. For depriving this person's rights, we want to start to act on this or her behalf. So for that reason, we will do the needful. But because you are not package and your pension, so we cannot press charges on them for unlawful dismissal. So that is how we are going to end the case. So what you will do, go there on Monday, behave yourself, let nobody be your enemy there. You know your purpose of going to that office is to cross-check your total package with them, what your entitlements. Thereafter, if you are comfortable, you are clear, because anything you sign, you can't reverse it. So you will take your time to go through whatever they are showing to you and do the a clear calculation before you affix your signature on any paper there. If you are not clear, they should give you time. You ask other police. But today is Wednesday. You have Thursday, Friday, even weekend to yourself to communicate with whoever you trust in that company that will avail you your entitlement, right?
Retirement benefit is different.
Hmm?
We have a procedure for retirement.
No, what?
benefits.
Hold on. For what I'm saying is this. If you are earning 100,000 and your calculation is 10% and is earning 20,000 and his calculation is 5%, at least he will have idea that there is a particular thing that his salary is being calculated on 5%. Let it not. You mentioned 3 and he said no. He mentioned 5. Those are the kind of things that he need to clarify. You might be the HR, and maybe you are not also informed in some aspects. Maybe you are well informed. It's the one that is not well informed. So you have to give room for both parties to clear, to have a proper clarification, so that you can have a better reconciliation on the on his total package. Hence, he's coming there on Monday. All they need is to tender the document, to communicate with your union head. If you feel the person will not
So you'll be there.
sell you out.
No, you will not.
Okay?
Yes.
Precious, I can't assign somebody to go with it because every company have different policy and procedure.
Correct.
This can't work. Our staff cannot work based on what we cannot work here based on your policy and procedure. Whatever you find in a particular company where you're working is what you are buying. So even if our staff go with him, it's an opportunity to calculate for them, and we are not running the same policy and procedure with them. So there is no point. He is the one that is informed, and in my calculation by himself, and don't do any calculation with argument. What you are not clear enough, I'm not clear with this. Can you put me through? That is how you have to tell anybody that you are going to do this calculation with. All right. Thank you. See you on Wednesday. What time is it today? The meeting today was what time?
12.
3,
12.
12.
But we started late.
Eh?
We started late.
We started late because I rushed to get that document. There is one case that was scheduled to court. So I have to take the document to the IQ and that roundabout. What is Wednesday date?
When is the date will be 2nd of March? It should, it should be correct. Monday is 28th, no, 2nd.
All right, see you on Wednesday, 12.
Thank you very much. I'm
Thank
very
you.
grateful.
You're welcome.
I'm very grateful.
Thank you.
All right, thank you viewers for being with us. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and access to Justice TV. So follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and access to Justice Advocate Center. For more useful information, visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. Thank you once again. Thank you. And thanks for everyone that have shared on this very case. And God bless you. John Jane, thank you. Whatever they present to us, you know they cannot. If they even manipulate anything, if they are going to have, the guy is going to make money from their company if we discover that. So don't worry yourself. All will be fine. This guy was not as spoken then last time. So for you to come on with all this today, you don't know what he's doing. What? Over what? You should tell the one you want to see. Both parties should go. Nobody should see without them. All right, we'll be back in the moment. God bless you.